Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, especially Mr. Kristo as my lecturer, and Miss Satria, Miss Nanda as a tutor, and everybody. Let's introduce myself. My name is Joseph Damien Satria Kalvari. In this speech, I will inform you about corporate finance. Do you know about corporate finance? Okay, now I will inform you about corporate finance. What is the corporate finance? According on the ebook entitled Fundamentals of Corporate Finance by Stephen Ross 1991, and a journal entitled Journal of Applied Corporate Finance by Wiley Blackwell 1988. The meaning of corporate finance is the area of finance that deals source of funding, the capital structure of corporation, the check that manager takes to increase the value of the firm to shareholder, and the tools and analyze to use allocate financial resources. Okay, to explain more about corporate finance, I will give you corporate finance example from Telekomunikasi Indonesia TBK Corporate in 2020 and 2021. This is corporate finance from Telekomunikasi Indonesia TBK Corporate in 2020 and 2021. The corporate finance component of Telekomunikasi Indonesia TBK Corporate in first page consists of asset. In asset consists of current asset, non-current asset. Next, in liability consists of current liability and non-current liability. Next, in equity is just equity and total equity. Okay, next to second page consists of revenue. In revenue consists of cost and expense, operating profit, profit before income tax benefit, profit for the period, etc. This is overall about corporate finance from Telekomunikasi Indonesia TBK Corporate. Next, I will give you information about pandemic COVID-19 and of 2020. We know that the COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted all aspects of life, including school and work, and it has made several companies go bankrupt for several reasons, including being unable to pay their debt and eventually having to sell their assets to pay off their debts. This is contrast to Telekomunikasi Indonesia TBK Corporate, which became one of the internet service provider companies which actually experienced an increase in company finance due to the increase in internet usage in Indonesia due to a situation that make everything only from home. This can be seen from the corporate finance report above, which show an increase in the total asset and total revenue of the company. The product that makes the corporate finance increase is Indigo, which is very massively used during this pandemics. In conclusion, I will give some summary from my explanation on top. First, the meaning of corporate finance is the area of finance that deals with source of funding, the capital structure of corporation, the action that manager take to increase the value of the firm to shareholder, and the tools and analysis used to allocate financial resources. Second, I give you explain more about corporate finance with example corporate finance from Telekomunikasi Indonesia Tbk Corporate. Third, I give information about pandemic COVID-19 effect in life and some corporate, including performance corporate finance from Telekomunikasi Indonesia. Okay, finally, thank you for the attention and sorry if I have wrong word and mispronunciation. Good morning and see you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, especially Mr. Christo as my lecturer, Miss Satria, Miss Nanda as the tutor, and everybody. Let's introduce myself. My name is Joseph Damien Satria Kalvari. In this speech, I will inform you about macroeconomics. Okay. Do you know about macroeconomics? What is the macroeconomics and what relation between macroeconomic and accounting? Okay, now I will give you information about macroeconomics. According on the ebook entitled Advanced Macroeconomics by David Hooper 1996 and a journal entitled Journal of Macroeconomics, editors by William Lester Priest, David Van Hoses, Pittwick, 1979. The meaning of macroeconomics is a branch of economics that studies how an overall economics, the market, or other system that operate on a large scale behaviors. Macroeconomic studies economic where phenomena such as inflation, price level, rate of economic growth, national income, GDP, and change of employment. Macroeconomics deals with the performance, structure, and behavior of the entire economy. In contrast to microeconomics, which is more focused on the choice made by individual actors in the economy, like people, household, industrial, etc. Next, I will give you information about macroeconomics condition in Indonesia before pandemic COVID-19. Data inflation rate and unemployment rate in Indonesia can be imaged how macroeconomic condition in Indonesia. We can see that condition of inflation rate in Indonesia in 2010 and 2020 or before pandemic COVID-19 is good. That means decrease from 2013 until 2020, which is good. because the price of goods as a whole and the amount of money circulation in the community is getting better. So it can suppress the inflation rate, which will make the macroeconomic run well. Okay, next we can see that condition unemployment rate Indonesia in 2014 until 2019 or before pandemic COVID-19 is good. That means decrease from 2015 until 2019, which is good because there are many works who can be productive and generate income so that it can reduce unemployment and dependency ratio. Okay, this is a little part of macroeconomic condition in Indonesia that I took from data on the inflation rate and unemployment rate. And then, now, I will inform to you about condition macroeconomics Indonesia at pandemic COVID-19 moment and disrupting the whole. Based on data from Kementerian Keuangan Republik Indonesia and Central Bank of Indonesia or BI, the inflation rate in Indonesia during the pandemic was not too bad because at the beginning of the pandemic, the government and the Indonesia Central Bank had set several strategic steps to maintain the inflation rate in the midst of this pandemic. In unemployment rate during pandemic, based on data from Badan Pusat Statistik Indonesia from February 2020 until 2021 is increased. This is because many corporate terminate of employment due to the impact of the pandemic, so that the employment rate has increased. According data on top, I get the point that macroeconomic condition in Indonesia can be better after pandemic COVID-19, and I believe that because I think with some program and economic policy, it can make the inflation rate and the unemployment rate stable, even decrease. Therefore, I persuade you to always support and confident on the government program and economic policy in handle the COVID-19 pandemic, so that it can have a good impact on our health and the economic of our country, especially macroeconomic condition in Indonesia. In conclusion, I will give summary from my explanation on top. First, the meaning of macroeconomics is a branch of economics that study how as overall economics, the market or other system that operation on a large scale behaviors. In second paragraph, I give you data, inflation and unemployment rate before pandemic. In third paragraph, I inform to you about condition macroeconomics Indonesia at pandemic COVID-19 moment and disrupting the whole. In fourth paragraph, I persuade you to always support and confident on the government's program and economic policy in handling the COVID-19 pandemic, so that it can have a good impact on health and the economic of our country, especially macroeconomic condition in Indonesia. Finally, thank you for your attention, and sorry if I have wrong word and mispronunciation. Good morning and see you.